is like one of my favorite parts of this show because we get to celebrate you guys, and you truly are the fuel to this fire of escape adulthood.
It's messy.
I know he's over here just
so messy.
eating. Is this rude? You know, it's just rude to me because I could smell it. Okay. But yeah, thank you to Kristen Haney. I love this little sketch drawing that you sent in of your sweet little cone, and Tracy's with the color. That's so cute. I love it so much.
Like
it looks
the
like a little
swirl.
hat on top almost, you know. And Ben sent in what he called, this is like a band that he named the Nacho Swirls. So yeah, Tracy's, are you ready?
because we were talking about one-hit wonders last week.
Right, the Nacho Swirls.
And nachos, so.
And look at the guy on the skateboard with his like black, he looks like he's totally like
Little Elvis dude.
I know, I love
that's pretty
him
great.
so much.
And then our kids, I'll have to put up a picture next week. I don't have it, but
they were busy this weekend.
all three of them were watching our YouTube channel with the Let's Draw episodes. Now we're up to, 10 or 11 of them, and they were going one by one. And it was so cool to see each of them put their different spins on it. Like Ginny is Technicolor girl. So like everything is pinks and lime and
she's kind of learning from you, Steven, in that she like takes something and then she kind of goes with it in a different direction, which I know you do a lot. And so I think she's been inspired by your artwork, Steven, to kind of do that. So we'll share some of that next week for sure.
So our meme of the week has to do with school. Every parent right now.
So yeah, let's start school in person. Let's start school online. Let's homeschool. Everyone is like, no.
With all options that...
This is why school exists, people, right?
Yes. I will say, though, we had someone that emailed you recently that was... now we're at a spot where obviously a lot of school districts are deciding what they're going to do for
this very
the coming year. Right. And we've got some emails from parents who are like, you know what? I think... if they're going to go virtual this year, I think we're going to homeschool, at least for the year, like on purpose. Right. And I think that's cool. It's one of those things where it's a chance now where you're not thrown into it like we were earlier. You can kind of like be a little bit more mindful about how you want to proceed. And if you want, you could say, you know what, I'm just going to do it for the year and see how it goes. And everyone is going to be like, cool with that,
nobody's judging,
like
nobody's assuming you'll do it forever.
It's the perfect time to experiment if that's what you wanted to do.
Tinker Project Homeschool. I mean, if we could be a support to anybody who's thinking about doing that, please send us your questions and throw up the email again.
Well, ironically, escapeadulthood.me is the website. The one that's up there right now goes to our Escape Adulthood League, and we have a special group for homeschool, for people who are homeschoolers, interested about homeschooling. So the Escape Adulthood League is totally free. And if you want just thoughts, or if you have questions, or like, how does this work? What do I need to know? Like,
and quick background on that. I'm a former educator turned homeschooler. So I kind of have perspective on both worlds a little bit. So if that helps to answer any questions or thoughts or concerns, we're happy to answer anything that people throw our way.
Yeah. So. And because of that expertise, we're also excited. We've done a lot of work in the education market. And just the other day, you, got a client, a contract for this year that is using the Chance of Awesome book for all their teachers for the theme. Is like going to be a year of awesome, right?
Of awesome.
And so I'm going to be doing 3 programs for them throughout the year. And they're going to be using the book in their staff meetings and
the artwork. So if you hire Jason, as a speaker or our virtual program together, you get the artwork throughout the year to use license free. And so I think she's really excited, and she's actually a past client. So they know what they're getting. And so she was pretty cute about like, this whole year is going to be awesome. And they're just putting it in a positive prophecy, right? Like they're putting it into the year because it could be really intimidating.
Yeah.
So it's pretty inspiring to be a part of that.
Yeah. Sure. So wherever you find yourself, if you are a parent, whichever of these scenarios that you can relate to, we're happy to support you in whatever way we can. And just, give yourself grace. It's a mess, but good things can come of it, especially if you're open to it. So some
Amy,
good adultitis fighting going
tonight.
on.
Oh my gosh. Amy sent us this, I think it was last night. And she said when she was little, she used to eat the M&Ms in a certain color order. So when she decided to have her M&Ms last night, she decided, you know what? I can kind of combine this with the Shine On coloring sheet. And this is what she sent us, which makes me so hungry for M&Ms, I have to tell you.
That would be good with Skittles. It'd be
I
good,
know,
you know,
right?
fun.
I love it. And of course, I saw this online, Kara. I had to share it because obviously you shared it with me. But amazing. The shirt looks so good on you. So thank you for sharing that.
It really does.
And Kara is such a good example of someone who's doing that every single day, continuing to shine during this time. So thanks for your example, Kara. And Barb pulled over and found these amazing, enormous wishes. Have you seen one this big? Is this even a dandelion?
Did we see them in Idaho? Right? Did we see a couple?
I think we did.
And I don't know if these are technically dandelions.
I know.
They're in the same family. Right. I don't know. But like dandatigers.
Crazy
I don't know.
cool. Or maybe it was just like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids device reversed or something.
Yeah, Honey, I Blew Up the Kids.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Was that the sequel?
Yes, I think it was.
So thank you
for sending that fun picture in. Mm-hmm. And then the dolls. So this is really cool. I wanted to share this. Probably about a year ago, the dolls reached out. They have been to a couple Wonder Nights that we've had, our art show, and met them at an art fair, actually.
Yeah.
And they were about to buy a new teardrop camper to go have fun with. And they reached out and said, would we be able to license, for lack of a better term, your artwork for our camper? I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, they could put like a custom design on it.
How cool is
So they got this, they finally got it.
Which is so cute, by the way. I love the design.
You might not be able to see, but on the back there is one of my pieces that's Let's Go Places. And the entire back is covered with that, which is awesome.
I know.
It turned out so cool. And
can I just share a tidbit about that art? Jason made this art years ago. I'm talking, I don't know, like maybe when Lucy was born or something. But if
shortly thereafter, I believe.
If you look at the car, it is now the dynamic of our family. 2 blues and
creepy.
3 pinks. I know. So I just love sharing that. I think people who see it now are like, oh, that's your family. I'm like, yeah, Jason did that a long time ago. That's really, really eerie.
Yeah.
So,
this actually reminds me way back. Was it before we were? No, it must have been after we were married. Your neighbor, back to when you grew up in Ottawa, he had this big red truck.
Yes, he was going to be driving things across the country.
I don't know what it was for.
Moving. Yeah,
but he gave me the opportunity to paint it, whatever I wanted. And so we painted the Kim and Jason characters, the cartoon characters with the logo Kim and Jason
like
on
mural.
Both sides, I think, right?
Yeah.
Like literally painted by hand. And
I'm going to try to find those pictures.
Yeah, we've got them somewhere. We got them somewhere, but we'll have to share that. But that reminds me that this was a lot easier for me to do, for sure.
Very, very cool.
So
you never know. I mean, and that's another thing is like the opportunities that pop up with your art it's just always an adventure.
Yeah. So if you have any adultitis fighting that you're doing out there, as you can see, we love to share what you guys are up to, fun things that you have going on. Even, don't think it has to be this big, gigantic thing. Like some of my favorite things are the small acts of kindnesses that people do for one another, sharing their talents, their skills, bringing light into the world. So we always love to get those pictures. You can send them to kj@escapeadulthood.com.